Good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. Hello, hello. Hello, Henry. No Mercy's gonna go have dinner. We'll be right back. Great. Hello, David. Shan's gonna go warm up her coffee. I've got my coffee here. Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well this Sunday morning. Hello, Steve. All right, well, let's just jump right in. I don't like that these cars are parking on our tram road here, so I think it would make sense to go ahead and add in some parking, and then we can do some landscaping behind here a bit. So let's just start with that. Good place as any to start. So that works, okay. And then let's go ahead and remove parking from this road. There we go. Perfect. Nice. Okay. And I think we go ahead and squeeze in a bit more parking as well. I think actually we probably can. Just have to use move it, which is fine. Get this fit in here. Go ahead and grab all of these. Oh, not that. Let's just move these down a smidge. Perfect. And then I think we can use some surface painter here to clean this up a bit. That all the way to the edge there, because theoretically, although I don't think I've ever seen anyone use this, but there are these steps down, which is interesting, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone use the asset in that way in the game, so we won't worry about that. What I will do here is make sure we're taking this all the way up to the edge there. Okay, that looks nice. Now what we can do is just bring some nice landscaping through here. Let's go ahead and grab just a few trees there. That works. Very simple. Don't need more than that. I'm just going to space these out a little bit better. There we go. Nice. Okay, that's useful. All right then, and then on the other side here, again, we probably should put some fencing here as well, just like we had on the other side. So let's do that. Very nice, very nice. And I want to put yeah, there we go. I want to put parking that way. Nice. And then we'll just use a little surface painter on this side as well. Very nice. Okay. And then I think what we do here is just do some nice little flowers here. Because why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Okay, I like that. And then, yeah, let's pull in one more tree there. Okay, that's nice. All right, and then I think we could bring in a little something something here. Let's actually look at, yeah, so we could bring in, these are cute. We could do some of these. Something to think about. Oh yeah, we could do a little souvenir shop. That would actually be pretty cute. Let's do that. Good morning, Donnie. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if I put a path there, but you know, most people are going in this way, and I think that makes the most sense because they're just going in here to go underground to come up on this side, essentially. Essentially. Donnie, what time do you stream on Sundays? Remind me. I think like in 3 or 4 hours. Is that correct? Is that when you normally go? Okay, a little souvenir shop is cute. That doesn't make any sense. That one's not bad though. Let's move this because maybe you wanted to, if you were a fan of trains and you wanted to just watch the train go by. Yeah, maybe we actually don't have trees here on this particular spot. And then we should definitely put a little restaurant here. Let's see. No, I don't think the pub quite fits. I guess we'll go for the smaller ones. I think will actually look good. I think so. Okay, if we move this back. Yeah, 4 hours. Okay, that's what I thought. I just always want to make sure. Oh yeah, this is cute. Okay, let's actually pull this back. Cute, cute, cute. There's some other 1x1s. Oh yeah, this one. This one's cute. That's nice. That works. Okay, just a little something there. And else we could put, no, we'll leave it. That's enough. That's enough. Okay. Now that's sorted there. Okay, so the other thing I want to focus on before we move on to other things is this strip in here, filling this all in. So we've got these nice little, we're using the ski lodge as basically like Airbnbs, individual Airbnbs, and then there's these other little rental cabins. This was really fun to do. So we've got that vibe there. So I think it'd be fun if we grabbed our, just grab our regular pedestrian road here. And if we, there's this path here, so we should bring that there. And then maybe also in the middle here. And then this makes me want to look at this. Yeah, so that's nice there. Okay. That works. The other thing we could do actually is we could if we did, yeah, I like that. I like adding a stop. Why not? Okay, so then along this side here, so what I started to do here was using the small emerging downtowns, which I think look really cute here, with parking along the back. Let me fix the lighting here so you guys can see. I think this is really cute, kind of creating a little additional street here. And we could actually mix in some of the 1x1 residential and some of the commercial and just like do a nice mix all the way through. So it's like a mixture of essentially like little apartments you could rent, like short-term rental kind of ideas. And like a little shopping street, I think could be really cute. Good morning, No Mercy. Everything is the morning if you sleep long enough. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. So if you guys like that idea, we could just play with that in here. We do have enough room here. And I wouldn't do parking behind the whole thing. I think maybe we just do a little bit of parking here and there and allow for some bigger buildings as well. Like we have the parking there, so then maybe what we do is just do, I'll have to turn this around. maybe just like that. Just like a little touch here and there. Yeah, I think that works. And then we have room for a few larger buildings. Okay, good. I'm glad you like the idea. Okay, so let's look at 2x2s. Yeah, lots of options in here. I kind of want to go with anything that's like low. It's going to be good. Let's pause this so we can place. So let's go with a couple of those. This is also a nice low one. Let's go here. Okay, and then if we go into here, yeah, we mix in a few of these as well. Okay, I like this. And then mix in some of these. Very cute. Oh yeah, I like these. This is nice. These really just create such a nice little street. They just look so great. Yeah, love that, love that. Okay. Did that right in there. Okay. Okay. All right, that's great. Let's fix this. All right, and then we just need some little 1x1s, which we know we do have. Yeah, these are great. Oh, do we have any, oh, we do. Let's mix in some of these actually. These are so cute. Oh my gosh. These 1x1s are just the most adorable thing. Okay, now we just need a little surface painter. Wow, cute, cute, cute. Okay. Let's come in here and clean this up. This is nice. Now we're giving even more purpose to the trolley here, which is great. Which is great. Okay, now we need to mark all of these historical. That way they don't disappear on us. Just gonna go right down the line. This is exciting live stream stuff. It's pretty cute though. Man, I mean, how cool is it that even though they went off and created City Skylines 2, that they still gave us some new stuff for City Skylines 1. They must have realized that a good portion of people were still playing. Oh, these are so great. Wow, look at this. We should definitely take the trolley down the road here. That's our bus. Where's our other trolley? Because we do have two of them. Here it comes. Should we take a trolley ride? Let's take a trolley ride. Why not? Why not? Thanks, Donnie. No worries. I never mind, like, when I'm watching City Skyline videos, I just put them on and I'll like listen and watch here and there while I'm like doing other housework stuff. So I totally get it. No worries at all. I'm just going to enjoy my coffee here while we take a little ride early on in the stream. Such a nice train station. Yeah, I love all the Christmas trees. Super cute. Yep, we're on the Jolly Trolley. Yeah, this looks really cute. And there is Santa's workshop. And then we've got our Christmas tree farm. Yeah, this emerging downtown is so great. Really is. What a great addition. The colors, the textures, the cute little details. We're going to have to take a look at this trolley stop because it looks like it might be blocking a door. We're going to have to take a look at that. But yeah, look at these cute with the little front porches. Adorable. Yeah, what a beautiful, beautiful pack. Yeah, again, I think where the trolley is, yeah, I think we're going to have to take out two houses here. But that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, see, this is really blocking that, but that's okay. So we are gonna say, so sad that that house has to go. I'm gonna fill this in. And then this gives us an opportunity for a little something. So I'm gonna go in here. Put a little fountain here. I mean, that's pretty cute. I'm for that. A little bench underneath the shade of the tree here. Yeah, simple. We don't need a lot. Now we've created a little something there. And let's do the same here. This is a bit of a larger building, but that's okay. What I might do is take that, and if we move this down, that's not well, it's kind of blocking a door. If we move it to the side, that's all right then. That's not bad. You can still get in and out of the door there. Yeah, that works. Okay. That's good enough for me. So then I think we could go ahead and fit something in here. Now that we've shifted that down. Yeah. Let's pull this little guy. Well, that's nice. This brings a little green to the street as well. Not mad about that. Okay. That works. That works. Cute. Yeah, it really does. Like, the nice thing with the emerging downtown that I've been thinking about too is you could actually make, like, do you remember when No Mercy, I don't know if you saw that episode when Cities by Stephen did, like, not in a collaboration but in his own city, he did like an old western town that you would, like, go visit and walk around, you know, like those historical towns where people, like, dress up in the clothing of the time and you can walk around, but you could do like a Wild West version of that, I think, with these for sure. Okay, so the other thing we were thinking about in this area is bringing in the hostel, and I think this is a great spot. Maybe if we can fit it in here. I think we're saving. I think this is the hostel, right? Yeah. This is the hostel. I wonder though if I don't think it would fit in here, would it? Oh, just so. Okay, we could do that. Let's actually bring this here. Little hostel on the corner action there. That's nice. Okay. All right, then what do we got? We could do We could do a 3x2. It's not much that is that size though. Yeah, it's kind of an odd little size. Oh, what if we did a little gym here? Might not be a bad idea. I mean, for all the people staying in the town, if they want somewhere to go work out, it's not a bad idea to have that there. I'm not mad about it. The bowling alley. Maybe we stick that up there. That could be good. We can build some things around this. Okay. Okay. Hello, Bobble. Yeah, I remember when I first stumbled across Cities by Steven's channel, I was like, how does he not have way more like followers? This is so great. I really just loved the perspective and just how things were explained. Just thought it was so good. Really appreciated it. Okay, so I wonder, do we have, it's the bookstore. We could put in a bookstore. That's not a bad idea. Little bookstore there. Yeah, and I could have never imagined that we would end up working together so much, collaborating. Good times, good times. Okay, so then, yeah, we need some 2x2s. Kind of pulling in a little touch of this modern vibe a little bit more right here. I think is good. Just on this little corner, kind of blending in with this hostel. Yeah, this is good. Okay, that looks nice. Let's clean this up. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, let's bring in a little parking right here next to the gym. I think that would be good to have. Yeah, and then with all this parking and our touches of parking throughout, that should be great. That should be great. Okay. And then let's also do this in there like so. Mark that historical. Okay, yeah, that's nice. Okay. That's something there. Okay, nice. I'm mad about that. Let's grab our big fluffy trees here. These ones. Sorry, you're not getting much of a view out the back side, but at least you're not seeing the highway. Okay, very good. V, yes, exactly. Yeah, Steven's a great, yeah. Yeah. I learned so much from watching him too. Like just the way that he thinks about things from historical ways and just infrastructure. He's so good with that. And yeah. Great channel to watch for sure. Okay, now the thing to remember is that we don't need to fill up every single space, but I do kind of want to look at this side, how we're doing for, oh, pretty bad for fire coverage actually. Okay, so that's something we need to fix. Well, I think then we put in, because the fire trucks can, yeah, I think that's good to put that there. Okay. And then, oh, you know what we should do then? We should put a, a fire tower over here. Is that going to help that area? Yes. That helps. Okay. Oh yeah, we have our little police block there. And then, yeah, we do have some nice healthcare spatted about. So we're good with that. Okay. Okay, I'm not fussed about that. I do think maybe now we put this on the corner though. Kind of blend it into our other, to our Christmas tree area, farm area. Just kind of blend this in a little bit. Okay, not bad, not bad. Yeah, that feels a little better, especially once we do some landscaping around that. That would be good. Okay. Postal coverage, we do have our post office right here. So we are good with that. We have our bank. Yeah, I think like so far as services go for like this whole area, we're doing good on the whole. This is not getting enough stuff, but that will change once we put our farming over here. So that's going to be really important to have. Okay, so I don't think I want to add any more. Do I want to add any more buildings to this area? We could kind of mimic this vibe over here and bring in some old school buildings along here. That would also help with kind of blocking the traffic. That might feel good. Let's just try and see what we think. So yeah, like these ones. If we don't like them, we can change them, but let's just see, what would that feel like? Do we like that kind of layered aesthetic? Or do we just let the height live over here? I'm torn. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, we'll definitely put in a gas station. We do need that. I know where that can go. What do you guys think? Should we do the tall buildings along the back, or just let the town taper off and just do some nice landscaping? We could just do like a nice little walking path with some trees along that area. I'm gonna go heat up my coffee. You guys let me know in the chat what you think. Tall buildings or walking path? Those are the choices. Okay, Chris votes for landscaping. She says, I don't remember what I built last week. Not a fan of the tall, prefer landscaping. Yep, I like the landscaping too. I think it'll be better, especially since, yeah, this is going to be farming over here. I feel like it makes sense to kind of let this be the tall little part here, and then we taper off there. So I think that's going to work really nicely. Some of these buildings are not happy, but we just have to give it time. because people are still getting educated. Okay, let's do a nice walking path then. Let's actually do nature with the lights. And I'm going to pull this. Oh, actually, let's do a little combination because we have used this kind of brick pathway throughout this. So let's pull this one this way. This is going to look nice once it's done. Okay, so if we pull this to here. Bring this right up to the road. We switch out our trees we've used. Oh yeah, this is actually gonna look really nice. Bring that like that. Yeah. And then we can bring a nice little path there. Yep. We'll come kind of right to the end of this little parking lot there, like so. Okay, that looks cute. And then what we can do is just bring in some really nice landscaping and blend it all together and make it actually look really nice. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. Let's get in here with some landscaping. And we're just going to randomly place a whole bunch of trees. On this side because we want to make people forget there's a highway there. Okay. All right, now going to blend nicely into our Christmas tree farm as well. Nice, nice, nice. And I see that we have some buildings that are just really struggling because we don't have enough educated workers, but that will change with time. Okay, this is looking good. All right. Just trying to really pack it in here. And normally I would add some color, but I think for this area, we just keep it nice and green. These are great, nice big fluffy trees that really help block that highway. Okay. Yeah, that is lovely. Very nice, very nice. Cool, cool, cool. All right. We're gonna give these buildings another fix. Okay, so then, of course, you guys probably will know what I'm going to do here. We have an opportunity for a little park opportunity here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and make this the playground. And then let's go ahead and go with like a kind of nice little like place to sit. I like that. Okay, and then we're going to come in. Yep. Just some little trees around the edges here. There we go. We don't need much. Yeah, that is really nice. That is really nice. And then we've got some nice open space there as well. Okay, that looks pretty cute. This definitely needs some blending and landscaping, but I can do that off camera. Just don't need to watch me plant trees all day long. Okay, so then we have this tiny little area here. I think we just do landscaping through here. Let's grab our tree that we were using behind our senior center. No, it's the other one. It's this one. And let's go ahead and pull that through. Like so. That's nice. Okay, and then I think we'll just go ahead. Pull through a bit more of these. I think this is going to end up looking really nice. are blocking that highway. Okay, there we go. Woohoo! Okay, Christmas Town. We are on a roll. Okay, so you guys mentioned a gas station, so I think it makes the most sense to have the, maybe we put the gas station right here, kind of in the going outs of town. Okay, let's mark this historical. We could also grab, there is the, there also is that bigger car wash. That's a gas station too. Let's pop that there for a second. Yeah, this is the, or no, wait, is this the, this is the car wash. This is the other gas station. Okay. That's right. So if we put, something like this. Yeah, because you want a lot of space to pull in and out, and then we can also come into here and grab a little bit of extra parking here. So that way there's room to pull in, but there's some additional parking, yada yada. I think that will be nice. Okay. And I don't know what we're going to build out this way yet, so we'll just leave that unfinished for now, which I think is fine. Okay, let's give some little landscaping and trees for our little college students here. Yep. And then let's grab just a nice little mix there. I think that's great. And let's go ahead and also pull through the fence on this side as well, just like we have on the other side here. Okay. That looks nice. Let's just add a little bit of color here. Perfect. Okay, there we go. All right, that's looking nice. Hello, Jonathan. I recently downloaded City Skylines. My city keeps on filling. That's great. Building is great. Sham is like just about to say trees there. Yeah, we're going to start the farming area next week. Yes, Anna's walking around drinking her water. She's eating a little from her bowl. I'm sure you guys heard her in the background. Yeah, I like having the gas station right off the highway, because then if you're driving down the highway, you can just hop in, get gas, and get right back on. Makes it really convenient. Okay, so we have a bit left to figure out here in this area. Okay, so the question is, I mean, this is really just calling out to be a park, so I think we just solidify that. Let's grab a little bit of fencing here. Here we go. All right, so what do we want to put in here? We do have, of course, our little parks we could pepper through. Made this a gazebo. Like so, like so. The nice thing is, oh, let's stick with our trees we have in this park already. The nice thing is we don't need much to make it something cute. There we go. Just little trees there. Again, it's good to have open space, so we'll leave open space there. And let's see. Maybe we just do some a rock park in here. That could be really nice, actually. Let's do that. And then if we come in here, Doesn't take much to make a nice little rock park. And there you go. Simple yet effective. Simple yet effective. That's nice. That is nice. I do think we could use a little restroom here though in the park. Little public restroom, and being that we're right next to the transit as well, it's nice to have a little public restroom available. So let's just put that there. Great. Okay, that's that part. Banana bread. Stephen, Park 17C. The lady across the aisle is giving me a funny look, probably trying to figure out what I'm listening to. Yeah, I like the standing stones too. They look really good. Okay, this is looking nice. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. Again, this is just going to struggle until we... Actually, let's just turn this off for now until we build over here, and then we can turn it back on. Okay. Let's follow the same thing we did here on the other side and do some fencing here. That's nice. I do think we could bring in some nice buildings in this area. Could do some 4x4s. Let's see. What do we want to... There's this nice big Olive Garden type restaurant. We do have this little cafe, which is nice. Oh, look at this corner building. Whoa. That is a nice corner building. Look at that. We're going to use that for sure. That's great. These are kind of too big. Oh, that's a nice size. I like this one. Yeah, that's nice. Let's fix our lighting here a bit. Okay, so I think I want to swap these. I know this cafe has palm trees, but I do kind of like this funky cafe. Okay, I think I'm going to bring our fencing just up to here. I think I'd like to bring a little bit of parking there. I do kind of like this funky out of place cafe. All right, let's grab. Oh, it's not gonna like that. It's okay. We'll put it somewhere else. And then it will like it. Okay, let's grab these trees I was using. Is this? No. These ones. Let's just grab a nice little path here. Beautiful. Okay, a little surface painter here. That helps clean that up. And let's grab these same trees here. Gonna help blend that in together. Okay, that looks pretty cute. Man, look at this. Really nice. I love a good corner building. It's so simple too. It's just like, yeah, I really love this emerging downtown stuff. Just such a nice mix of things. Okay. Let's see. Kind of want to play off of this funky cafe a little bit here. We could do like a 3x3 something. Let's just take a gander and see what we have. We could do another cafe. Could blend in another one of those buildings there. I know we just have a, oh, this could be cool. Yeah, let's do this. We're just gonna kind of lean in to the funkiness here. Just gonna roll with it. Okay, cute. All right, let me catch up in the chat here. Do you use a Keurig or coffee pot? Ooh, let's see what everyone said. Instant coffee in a mug for Bobble. Keurig. David says the Keurig is convenient, but he also does a regular coffee maker. Bobble says, I have a hot chocolate Vestavir. Am I saying that right? Oh, that's cool. It melts the chocolate and kind of whips it to make a really nice frothy hot chocolate. Ooh, that sounds amazing. And you can make coffee in that too. Interesting. Shannon has a Keurig. Cool. Nice. That's very cool. I have a little percolator because it's just me. So I just make my little, it essentially makes me like 2 cups of coffee. So that's what I have. I've been using it for, I'm on my second one. I use them for a long time. They're great. They're very durable. They're fantastic. You just Let it percolate on the stove. Okay, okay, I'm thinking about this here actually because this is the back of the building here. I'm actually going to honor that. And we are going to grab a little industrial road. Is this going to be too weird? No one's going to use this road. I mean, trucks don't drop off in the back. You'd have to have that mod to tell them to drop off in the back. I think I'll just let it go. The only thing that would really make sense, I guess I could pull this here. I could put a little road on the side here. Let's do that then. I think that's gonna look a lot better. If we did here. Yeah. Let's just move this over a smidge more. We'll move it back. We just came to there like that. Yeah, that looks cleaner. That makes more sense. Okay, so we know trucks won't use it, but at least it's there. At least it's there. Okay. Let's go ahead and I actually wonder if there is a there probably is. Aren't we just looking at one? Yeah. This little guy. Or do we want to use this over here? Oh, this is a little bit bigger one. Okay. The things I will do to make things just kind of give things opportunities to clean themselves up, to make things look a little bit neater. Oh, I cracked myself up. Okay, let's give ourselves some light here. All right, let's go ahead and just fill out the rest of this area then. Let's do a 2x2. That looks nice. Lovely, lovely. Keeping it straightforward here. Okay, that works. That works. All right, making progress. Let's see here. I think we just do another little park area here. I think that's all that we need to do, actually. Let's go ahead and grab actually, you know what? I actually think we just use landscaping here. I think that's actually just gonna work better. Some trees, rock or two. Yeah, I think that's all that we do here. It's just some landscaping. There we go. Simple, simple, simple. Yeah, that looks nice there. Okay, and I'm gonna leave this little spot open because I didn't have a chance to. I do want to look on the workshop and see if we can't find like a bakery or donut shop, or maybe then we just fit in some cafes here. I don't know. I feel like we kind of go with this little eatery vibe we're having here. So I think that'll be nice. So I'm gonna leave that open for now. Sharon says, I love a percolator. Oh yeah, mine's just like, you can't, it's just like, you know, tin basically. Can't see anything. Teaker, hello. Welcome. And hello, I am but a poor, uneducated American. I cannot read other languages, but hello to you too. I'm not uneducated. I was kind of poking fun at myself. But I actually don't know any other languages. Whoa. What is this building? I mean, I know what we put here, but this is interesting. Level up situation going on here. We're have to put back our gas station. Guess I forgot it to mark it historical. All right, let's go find our gas station again. Here it is. Make sure we mark that historical. There we go. Perfect. Okay. All right, back to it. Okay, I think what we do here is we do an alley road. Like so. Okay, all right, so then I think what we go ahead and do here is, let's just go for 4x4. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it has parking out back. Oh, I love that. That is fantastic. Okay, and then we go for some 3x3s. Let's pause this for a second. We can place stuff down and then we can rearrange it. Interesting. Okay. I like this, that this has parking out back. That is great. Okay. Nice. Okay, and then on this side, yeah, I guess we should just do the same thing. All right, so, oh, this is kind of a nice one. I do like this. We'll fix the position of all of these. Let's go back to our 4x4. I wonder if we might be able to fit another corner building. Man, keep saying it, but merging downtown, it is really nice to have. Really nice to have. I feel like I can make this one fit here. Okay, cool. I like that we have the alleyway in the back. That's nice. And what we can also do is sneak in a bit more parking. So what we can do is grab our little little 1x1 parkings. And we can sneak them right in. Oh, that doesn't make sense with the dumpster there, actually. There we go. We'll make it work. We make it work. Okay, there we go. Little extra parking there. I marked all these historical, right? Okay, here we go. All right. I think we have a great little town here. I think, again, I just need to do some landscaping to blend things out, but I can do a little bit of that off camera. Whew, we did it. Christmas town and adjoining little town, whatever we call this area. Man, this turned out so good. I love this. Really looks great. And everything just fits so nicely too. Especially when we blend out the rest of the landscaping on this side of the river. It's gonna look really nice. Really, really nice. Yeah, very, very happy with this. I'm glad we came back and decided to finish this area. And then, yeah, so then next Saturday, we'll build a whole farming situation over here. I think that's going to be really nice. Let's work on that next. Man, I love this map. Let's fix our lighting here. Can't really see too well. There we go. Yeah, it's looking very cool. The other thing I want to think about is we've got that metro line situated and the ferry situated to do something over here, which I think could be really cool. Maybe we build a big amusement park, like some sort of tourist trap situation here. I think it'd be really fun. You can only get to via metro and ferry. That could be really nice. And then we still needed to do up our national park here at some point too. But yeah, that should be really fun to think about that. But yeah, I'm excited to work on our farming community next. We don't have too much industrial stuff on this map. We just have like a tiny little bit of farming, so it'll be good to bring in some more. The thing is, with cargo traffic, maybe we might want to bring in a specific cargo train situation here, so that way you can just go across the highway. So we might want to think about that. We do have the cargo here though. Something to think about for sure, for sure. Okay, let me catch up in the chat. Call me Rig. Okay, hello Rig. Welcome on in. The bakery needs more parking. Probably. We'll sort that out when we look at the other. Oh, this is your first time seeing City Skylines. Welcome to your new addiction. You will get addicted. If you like creating and building and designing. There's City Skylines One, which is this. And then there's City Skylines 2. City Skylines 1, I would say if you really like building for aesthetics, like if you want to like really like landscape and make things pretty and design, you know, like how things look and feel. City Skylines 2 is definitely much more of like a management, like if you care about the taxes and how the city's functioning and all that stuff. Will you implement canals to the city to connect to man-made lake? I mean, we could at some point. That could be fun and interesting. Yeah, it's nice. All the buildings are created and there's so many different kinds and styles. Like we just built this mall last time. To give you an idea, like there's just so many different types of buildings and things you can add. There's lots of cool things. But yeah, there's all different size and footprints and designs. And like even with the base vanilla game, there's a lot. But then if you really want to, if you go down the rabbit hole, you'll end up like the rest of us buying all the DLCs. Just don't add it up. Looks like everyone in the chat is giving you all the tea about City Skylines. That's great. Beacon Hill, are you from Washington? I'm from Washington. Minecraft, but not cubish. Kind of. Yeah, everyone likes different types of games. This is definitely like, I don't know, for me, it's very relaxing. And I just love designing. I love landscaping. I just love creating spaces that I would want to live in. So that's why I play. Create an O-box, an oxbow. Oh, an oxbow lake. Oh, that would be interesting. I see what you're saying. You'll have to look into that. Yeah, I haven't played with canals much. There are, if you look on YouTube though, there are some creators I think that did like canal only cities. It just look so cool, but I never attempted to do any of that. Yeah. Yep. All right, everybody. Well, I appreciate you all hanging out with me on this lovely Sunday morning. I'm glad we were able to get accomplished. I just love watching everyone move around, don't you? We were able to get everything accomplished that we wanted to, which is really exciting. So then now next week, now we are fully ready to move over to our farming community, which will be really fun. But yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you again for hanging out. I appreciate all of you so much. I hope you all have a joyful day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.